Hi guys, welcome back to Music 61 and 61A. Today we're going to go over a new topic, which is 3/4 meter, and with that I'll introduce a new element, the dotted half note. So 3/4 meter is pretty straightforward. It means that every 3 beats you're going to have an accented beat, or what we call a downbeat. And the conducting pattern for that is you start up high, where you can go do the little upbeat to come in, and then go down, out, up. 1, 2, 3. Down, out, up. It's kind of like a triangle or a sailboat sail. Down, out, up. 1, 2, 3. So in this meter, the new element we have is the dotted half note. You can see that it's a half note with a dot next to it, which adds 1 extra beat. When we add a dot to any note value, it adds half of the value of the note. So in this case, the half note is worth 2 beats. That means that the dot is worth 1 beat. So 2 plus 1 makes 3 beats total. And I would say ta for all 3 beats while I conduct a 3/4 measure, like this. Ta, 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 ta. Let's look at rhythm A. So in 3/4 meter, an important thing to remember is beat structure. In 2/4, the beat structure was 2 beats down, up. It's very simple. It's the simplest model. 3/4 is an odd number, and so you have to structure the beats either in 2 plus 1 or, more rarely, 1 plus 2. So if we'll look, I always break down the measures into 2 plus 1. The first measure has a half note, which is 2, and a quarter note, which is the plus 1. This measure is not as clear, but I would group it as 2 quarter notes plus 1 quarter note. The next measure, we have a half note, which is 2, and then a quarter rest, which is plus 1. Now we're into a mezzo piano dynamic. The half note is 2, the quarter note is plus 1. Again, here we have 3 quarter notes, but I'm going to group it as 2 quarter notes plus 1 quarter note. Now here the grouping flips, so we have 1 quarter note plus 2 beats, which is a half note. Then it reverts back, 2 beats as a half note, 1 beat as a quarter rest. Let's go to the next line. Piano dynamic. 2 beats is a half note, 1 beat is a quarter note. 2 beats is 2 quarter notes, 1 beat is 1 quarter rest. Now we're back into mezzo piano. 2 beats is a half note, 1 beat is a quarter note. Next measure, 2 beats is 2 quarter notes, 1 beat is 1 quarter rest. Next measure, mezzo forte dynamic. 2 beats is 1 half note, 1 beat is 1 quarter note. Next measure, 2 beats is 2 quarter notes, 1 beat is 1 quarter note. Next measure flips the beat structure, so we have 1 beat is a quarter note, 2 beats is a half note. And the last measure puts it back, 2 beats is a half note, 1 beat is a quarter rest. All right, my metronome is at 112. Here we go. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, 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 ta. Again, if you have any trouble spots where you messed up, go back and drill those and then put it back to the whole exercise. Looking at rhythm B, I can see already that this one has a lot of eighth notes. but we're still going to follow the 2 + 1 beat structure. Here we have a mezzo piano dynamic. 2 beats is a quarter plus 2/8. 1 beat is 2/8. Next measure, 2 beats is 2 quarter notes. 1 beat is 1 quarter note. Next measure, 2 beats is a quarter note plus 2/8 notes. 1 beat is 2/8 notes. Keep going. 2 beats is 1/2 note. 1 beat is 1 quarter rest. All right, next part. We're in the piano dynamic. 2 beats is a quarter and 2/8 notes. 1 beat is 2/8 notes. 2 beats is 2 quarter notes. 1 beat is 1 quarter note. Here also it's not as clear, but I'm going to group it as 2 beats is 2 groups of 2/8 notes. 1 beat is 2/8 notes. This measure, we have 2 beats is a 1/2 note, 1 beat is a quarter rest. Next line, pianissimo dynamic. 2 beats is a quarter note plus 2/8 notes. 1 beat is a quarter note. 2 beats is 2 quarter notes, 1 beat is a quarter rest. Next measure, 2 beats is a quarter note plus 2/8 notes. 1 beat is 2/8 notes. Next measure, 2 beats, quarter note plus and quarter rest. 1 beat is 2/8 notes, and notice that the crescendo marking happens on that 1 beat part of the measure. It's crescendo right here. So we're going to crescendo from pianissimo till mezzo forte over the course of this phrase. It starts with 2 beats as a quarter note and 2/8 notes. 1 beat is 2/8 notes. 2 beats is 2 quarter notes. 1 beat is 2/8 notes. 2 beats is 2/8 notes and 2/8 notes. 1 beat is 2/8 notes. This note here is the dotted 1/2 note, so it's going to take up the entire measure. We don't need to divide the measure up into structure. This is all 3 beats right there, and it's on mezzo forte. Here's 152. Ta ti 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 ta 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 ti 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 ta ta ti 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 ta 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 ti 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 ta ta ti ti ta 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 ti 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 ta ti ti ta ti 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 ta ta ti 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 ta. Okay, so that was a good sight read. The tricky part, I think, for me in this one is getting the crescendo right. So let me go from the second line and start it again and try to get the crescendo a couple of times, and then I'll do the whole thing one more time. Ta ti ti ta 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 ti 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 ta ti ti ta ti 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 ta ta ti 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 ta. That was good. See, I gradually, as soon as the crescendo starts, I gradually get from pianissimo to mezzo forte. Let me try one more time and drill it. Ta ti ti ta 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 ti 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 ta ti ti ta ti 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 ta ta ti 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 ta. Good. Okay, let me do the whole thing one more time. May take you a few more times to get it right. It's okay. Do it as many times as you need to until it gets comfortable. Ta ti 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 ta 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 ti 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 ta ta ti 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 ta 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 ti 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 ta ta ti ti ta 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 ti 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 ta ti ti ta ti 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 ta ta ti 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 ta. Good. Okay. Let's move on to some melodies.